friends, Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library, and Alderon is here with me today to talk to you about a book that we are so excited about. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that one of my favorite thriller authors is Riley Sager. I absolutely love the way he crafts a story. I love the way he just packs all these twists into his books, and they're always just so fun and creepy and exciting. I just love his book so much. So it's always a really big, exciting day when he has a new book coming out. And luckily for me and for readers everywhere, his newest book just came out last week, a week ago today, in fact. And I have read it and I am here to talk to you guys about it. And his new book is called With a Vengeance. Ooh, it's a really cool cover too. So the thing that's really exciting about this book, in addition to it being a new Riley Sager book, is that this book is really very different from a lot of the stuff he's written before. And I will tell you why. So this book is a historical fiction thriller mystery. Takes place in the early 50s, but that's not why it is so different, because he's written books before where there are points of view from historical times. What is different about this book is a revenge story, which you might be able to tell obviously from the cover, but it's also a murder mystery on a train. Very much like Murder on the Orient Express, where there is a killing that happens and the main character has to try to get to the end of it. There's something very interesting and fascinating about trying to solve a murder while you're on a train, because it's a closed environment, right? You can't really get off. Everything is very contained into, this one particular space. But you're also moving, right? You're not staying in place. You're traveling. You don't have a lot of options. There's not really a lot of people that can come and help you. You're closed off and closed in. And that sort of like sense of isolation and dread is one of the things that makes this book so intriguing. So what is the storyline? Okay. So in 1942, Anna Matheson, who is our protagonist, had her entire life ruined by 6 people. Her father and whole family owned this train company, and as a result of the actions of 6 people, everything has been destroyed. So it's 12 years later now. I don't want to get into exactly what happens because that's a very interesting part of the story that I don't want to spoil for you. But just know that because of these 6 people, her life has pretty much been derailed. Sorry, I had to. So it's now 12 years later. She has put the pieces together to figure out what really happened and how these people are responsible. And she has set up their downfall. So she has invited all 6 of them onto this train, which is going to be a trip from Philadelphia to Chicago. And her plan is to get them all to confess to what they did. And she has authorities waiting. She sent the evidence to the authorities in Chicago, who will be waiting for the train to arrive. It's an overnight train, 13 hours, okay? So she set up this whole big thing. All these people get here. Everyone else on the train has left. So it's literally just these 6 people and Anna, the person driving the train, and her helper, Seamus, who is somebody who also has a lot of stakes in this particular situation. So right from the beginning, things don't go as planned. Yes, she's got these people here, but not long after the train journey starts, one of them is murdered. And now she has to try to get to the bottom of who killed this person within the people that are on the train, why they were killed, and she has to protect them because she doesn't want them dead. She wants them brought to justice. So she's scrambling to try to figure out what happened, why this person has been killed. And as the night wears on, she finds out that she starts to know less and less of what she thought she knew. So a lot of times in Riley Sager books, and one of the things that I particularly love about his books is that in many of his books, there's always an element of supernatural. Even if it's not a supernatural cause of whatever the issue is going on, there's at least the thought behind it. Like, people might think there is a ghost somewhere or something haunting them. There's always like the suspicion of the supernatural, even if it doesn't really turn out to be the case. And this book really didn't have much of that at all. There's like one tiny instance which I don't even know would even count towards that. But for the most part, this is just a solid murder mystery thriller set on a train within a certain amount of time. They've got 13 hours, right? The train will not stop, cannot stop, which you'll find out the reason why when you're reading it. And no matter what anybody does, this train is going to Chicago. So will they find out who the killer is? Will more people get killed? I don't know. You're going to have to read it to find out. So I think if you are a fan of this author, if you love Riley Sager as much as I do, there's so much to love here. This book is really fun. It's very different from his previous works, which I thought was a unique, fresh twist on the way he writes. I was really invested in the story. I read it within, I don't know, 1 or 2 nights and thought it was absolutely fantastic. If you are someone who has not read his works before, I think this book is a perfect jumping point for you because it demonstrates how amazing of a writer he is, but also, you know, gives you this really cool, like, sort of scenario that you've seen before in Murder on the Orient Express, right? Like, it's a really cool, it seems familiar, but also new and refreshing and unique as well. So I absolutely loved Riley Sager's new book. I should have slowed down to read it a little bit, not as fast as I did, because now it's over and I'm sad. But I think that this is a book that a lot of people will love, whether you are already a fan of him or you're new to this author. There is so much to love here with a vengeance. Well, that's what we've got for you guys today. I hope that this book is going to make you want to check it out. If you haven't read him before, I think this is a great place to start. And if you have read him before, what are you hesitating for? Pick up his new book and read it today. It's fantastic. You can get it from Farmington Community Library. And also, thank you so very much for watching, friends. And I hope you have a very wonderful rest of your day.